Hi, everybody. It's great to be back. All those pictures you just saw were pre-pandemic. I can't believe. Anyway, this is my 99th show. I'm 99 years old with the show. So that's really exciting. And the next one will be my 100th. Well, tonight I am thrilled to introduce you to two very talented artists and balloonists. Over here, I have Mr. Larry Hirsch, who's a balloon artist, and Miss Korene Tom, who's known as Fortune Cookie, I love that, entertainer and balloon decorator.
Yes.
All right, first I thought I'd start with Larry.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's so interesting. You're retired, yet you're not tired because you still make balloons.
I
You
still
do
do.
some balloon art. All right, now, Larry, first of all, where are you from originally?
From San Francisco.
How did you get into making darling things, little figurines and everything else out of balloons?
Well, I worked for a long time for the California Public Utilities Commission as an engineer. And back about 1984, I was in San Diego for meetings Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with the San Diego Gas and Electric. And on Friday, I got there at 10 o'clock for the meeting. And around 10:40, they told me that they couldn't meet with me because some national news organization said they had very high rates. So they couldn't meet with me. And so I basically had kind of the day off. So I went to go
Lucky
get
you.
lunch. I went to a restaurant, then I went to a shopping center and a toy store. I bought a package that had balloons, a little pump, and a brochure. And I started to make balloons then.
And the brochure taught you?
The brochure had some diagrams in it, and I learned from that. And then I bought balloons at a magic shop, and they were kind of expensive. And one day I saw a balloon artist on the street, and I asked him where he got balloons, and he told me this place on Mission Street that had the cheapest ones.
Really?
So I went in there to buy balloons, and as I'm paying for them, they said, "Are you a professional clown?" And I said, "Well, I do a little bit of clowning." And then she said, "Well, we give a discount to professional clowns." You betcha, I'm a professional clown, and I got the discount. And then for the first 5 or 6 years, I made just small things. And then later on, Larry Moss in Rochester, New York, started Balloon HQ, and they had all these instructions and things on how to make more elaborate things. And so
Right.
the balloon art just kind of took off from there.
Well, you were interested in it.
Yes, I was. And I was doing,
Did we uncover
Kids'
some
parties.
great talent then you didn't know you had?
yeah, I then went to some balloon art conventions and clowning conventions, and I entered I actually won some awards for balloon art in the competitions over
How
the
wonderful.
years.
Now, so this is all during the career as an engineer.
Yes.
You did it on the side.
And I also,
Wow.
they had events at our agency, and we had school kids come through, and we'd make balloons for them. Simple things, because there were like 300 or 400 kids that came through.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
yes.
Can you show me something that,
Yeah,
all right,
so I
you
made,
brought some with you.
I brought a couple of flowers I made,
Oh, let's take
and these
a look.
are, one's blue and white and one's orange,
They're beautiful.
or blue and pink and one's orange.
How
And
long does it take you
these only
to
take
twist
a
and
few
turn
minutes
and
to do this, probably 3 or 4 minutes.
really
3 minutes or
3 or
so.
4 minutes? And then, so when you first started and followed those directions, were they really good directions, and you just found yourself
Well, they were
doing those?
diagrams without much words or anything on them. They were basically diagrams, and then
And do they sell balloons specifically for balloon art, so you can twist?
they sell balloons that are long and thin that you can twist into things like
Let's
a
see
sword.
that one.
This is
That
a chrome
incredible.
balloon sword.
So,
then-
wait, hold it up, if you mind holding it up again. So it's chrome.
Yeah, it's a new balloon they just came out with. They're more
Really?
expensive. And then
And-
when I would do a sword out of balloons, I would take it and fold it.
Okay. So now you're going to show us
Yeah, just
how
something
you
simple.
do this. Okay.
So I would just bend it like this, and then twist it.
I hope we're getting all this on camera.
And get a sword.
You
kids
certainly
could
do.
use. And then for Halloween and things, I would modify it a little bit.
Oh,
get a
look at the cute
pre-printed
face.
pre-printed balloon. That,
Oh, and they have those? You can buy
yeah,
it?
you can buy them with prints on them for jack-o'-lanterns, and then
And
I
where
would
do
just
you buy these?
I buy them now by mail order because so many stores during the pandemic have closed. But there are some stores still in San Francisco, and I would make this to give to the
Wow,
the
so
kids.
cute. That is so cute. Can I just touch it?
Oh yes, it's a
Oh, gee, and it feels kind of sturdy. So
yeah. No,
this is
they're actually pretty sturdy. The balloons.
yeah. So this
They-
is the ghost. Now you said they sell these in stores in San Francisco.
Yes, there are some stores that sell
Can
balloons.
you take classes on
There-
how to do
it's-
ballooning?
Actually, nowadays on YouTube, there's hundreds of
course.
videos on how to make, and you can see how it's done, and the person will talk about it, and some of the things that are from other countries, in Europe or Australia or Japan and Russia, are just
Right.
incredible on what they have for balloons.
So what do you mean? Be a little more specific, I guess.
Well, they
They're
make
made from other things.
They
or-
make some really elaborate things with a lot of multiple balloons and colors, and distort the balloons and stuff one balloon inside another to get a different color
Oh, that's
or
right.
different shapes. And there's a lady in Japan that's known for that, but she spends hours and hours and hours making something. And she gets sponsored by balloon companies and big corporations.
And that's all on YouTube?
Yeah,
too?
well, she has some
of it?
things on YouTube, but there's so much stuff on YouTube you could find that there's a balloon. There's a whole lot of balloon things, from basic things to more elaborate, and then a lot of people use them to sell their videos that they charge for. So they'll give you some and then say, if you want to know how to make this stuff, buy my video.
That's great.
Yes.
But how about the clowning? What
Well,
did you
I-
do with that? Did you paint your face and
Yes,
put a false
I had
nose
a
on?
clown suit, and I wore makeup, and my makeup got more professional over the years, like everything. And I could juggle and do a few magic tricks, and I did parties for kids
You did
in Los
all of
Altos
this.
and in around the Bay Area. But what I didn't like was the time it involved in booking the parties and the administrative stuff. I didn't mind, and I tried using a agent for a while, but it got to be one, it was less money because they take their part, and then the other
Take
was
a percentage, right?
the other was they pushed me to do more, and they want me to do 2 or 3 things on a Saturday and 2 on Sunday, and they want, and I only wanted to do 1 or so a day. I didn't want to do
and
that.
cabaret all day Monday. Well, Larry, I didn't know that part of you because I saw the ballooning. You used to come to the Villa d'Est restaurant.
Yes.
And you'd make some balloons. We all just went crazy, wacky. We thought it was so much fun. Now, recently I saw you came to see my St. Patrick's Day party, and you were part of it. You had dinner, etc., at the Basque, and you walked in with an outrageous St. Pat's Day hat, and I happened to have a picture of it made out of balloons. So can we show that right now, everybody?
Oh yes, that's the hat I wore.
That's the hat.
Yes.
Now, how long did it take you to make that balloon hat?
That one took me about 45 minutes, but I'm out of practice with it because of COVID. I didn't do much, and
Yeah.
like everything else, the more you do it, the easier and shorter it takes. But
Of course, I mean, but you couldn't spend every hour making hats.
No.
And doing ballooning. Excuse me, I picked up a frog on the way to the studio tonight, Ribbit. What I want to know is what you're doing now, because I miss the balloons. Oh, if you could pull out your flowers again and the ghost and everything, or whatever you have there. It's so much fun to just display them.
yeah,
Here,
well,
we'll
the
I'll
flowers.
hold on to one. I think I'm getting attached.
Yeah, the
to
flowers
balloons.
are really, really popular, and you can make them with 1 color or 2 colors. And these are smaller balloons. These
Yeah.
are like about 1 inch in diameter, whereas the one I'm holding is about 2 inches.
Well,
So I've actually used 2 different types of balloons on these.
don't you miss ballooning?
I do in a way, but it's I used to practice and stuff for things that I was going to do.
Right.
And I did a lot of volunteer work for like the high school band fundraiser and the San Francisco school Halloween festival.
Oh, I would think that would be wonderful.
And then some other events I did. But things have changed over time. There's very few there's very few things like that are charitable, and after COVID, everything kind of shut down. It just
And to do it in person, I was thinking in a hospital to cheer children up, or anything. But it is. What are you doing now? Because you seem like you love ballooning.
I still do some balloons for. I get requests for certain things sometimes, and I'll do things.
But what's your other profession?
Well, I mean, I worked as an engineer for 34 years for the state and retired. And then I run 2 laundromats, one's in South San Francisco and one's in Fairmont area, Pacifica.
That's perfect. For dirty balloons?
Yeah. Balloons don't dry very well in the dryers.
You're right. I guess they wouldn't. I'm being very silly, of course. So that's a lucrative business, but you're retired from ballooning, right out there in television land. But we can be left with this thought that if you want to get into ballooning, you can certainly watch some videos on YouTube.
And there's all kinds of information there. Plus there's advertisements for places to buy balloons.
So where can you buy them?
Well, there's
in San
places,
Francisco.
In San Francisco, there's several stores around, but I'm not actually familiar with them. I know Korene buys balloons from those places, but I don't. I usually buy by mail order because it just gets shipped to my house and it's easier for me.
Right, Amazon, right?
No, actually, I buy from the different suppliers, and a lot of them have mail. There's a lot of mail order suppliers.
Well, can I hang on to this guy?
Yes, you
He's
can.
kind of cute, and I enjoy. He looks good on TV. It's kind of a cute color. I'm going to move over here to Korene Tom. It is great to have you on the show as well.
Great to be here again.
A balloon
Kathy.
decorator. That's right. This is your second time on my show. When was the last time? Gosh.
Before pandemic.
That's true. I think it was several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so what I want to ask Korene, where are you from originally?
I'm born and raised San Francisco.
In San Francisco, just like me.
That's right.
And Larry,
I think all
too?
3 of us is San Franciscans.
We're San Francisco natives. That's right. There's so few of us. Everybody's leaving or going somewhere. All right. So now my question is, what got you into ballooning? I found out what happened to Larry. Didn't have any intention, and there he is, right?
Well, about 20 or so years ago, there was a lot of economic turmoil and there was no jobs. And I was one of those casualties. But when one door closes, another one opens up.
I've heard that.
And so I went to my boyfriend, is a magician. He was teaching another clown some magic. And she invited me to a convention, a variety entertainer convention. And I took some workshops, and I said, boy, this is part of my DNA. I think I will do this.
Oh, wonderful.
And the rest is history.
Unbelievable. What was the career before you started ballooning?
I was a office admin person, and before that I was into sales, and I did a bunch of different things. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But when I got into entertainment, it's like, this is it. Because when I was in the office, I would always look out the window and say, where are all those people going? And now I'm one of those.
Well, you know what? That's really great that you have that ad business behind you, because that's what it's all about. If you're going to do performing and if you're going to be an entertainer in today's world, I mean, I used to have an agent myself, or 2 or 3, being a singer and a musician, but things have changed. I mean, right now we know that you have to be your own representative, really, that it is the best way to advertise yourself. And I know you have a wonderful website, and I'm sure they're going to flash that on the screen, because that's how you get work too. Just let everybody know. And you do children's parties?
I do children's parties, everybody that's young at heart. I've done senior centers. I've done where I was actually one of the entertainers with another guy. He had a team to do 1,000 seniors at a luncheon. So we all got divvied up a section and
Oh my gosh,
as
that's
fast
great.
as we could provide a red balloon dog.
A red balloon dog.
Yes, a red balloon dog. No other color, just a red
Just
balloon
red
dog.
to everybody?
To everybody there,
Oh,
yes.
1,000?
There was 1,000
A
seniors.
1,000 seniors. Wait,
Yes.
I got to put on these glasses for a second. Well, this is just, it's amazing. But you not only do ballooning.
No.
You're known as a balloon decorator. I've seen some of your fabulous decorations.
Yes.
I mean, fabulous.
Thank you.
For the Herbst, and I mean, that's just one came to mind because I performed, and I know you did some outstanding displays, right? And you've worked for charity events.
Yes.
You also do face painting?
I specialize in balloon artistry, both for entertainment and for decorations. I do face painting, magic shows, crafts, games, soap bubble shows. The list goes on. Whatever they ask me, I will try and provide. And if they want, I'll even do it in a costume.
Oh, please. Yes, definitely. Well, which reminds me, I have a couple of photos of the Chinese New Year costumes, I think you made.
The balloon
Balloons,
costumes.
Balloon costumes. Right. Oh, there it is.
Yep, that's the bunny romping through Chinatown.
And who was wearing it?
That was Dale Chung. He is amazing in it. Very
Gosh.
interactive with the kids.
Yeah, and bigger than life.
Yes.
Looks huge.
It's twice my size.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh. And then, yes, there you are. Okay. Is that the
Our fine
favorite
police officers.
SF Police Department?
Yes.
Next to, now what is the image? A rabbit.
No, that's a tiger. Last year was the year of the tiger. This year is the year of the rabbit.
But this year, you did that last year then.
I did that one last year.
Okay, the year of the tiger.
I'm trying to go through our zodiac.
Okay, I love it. Well, you let me know when you have the year of the monkey.
Oh, okay.
That's my year. It's the year of the monkey.
You're very wise, very clever.
Ah, please. Thank you. But I know a lot of people that are rabbits. Oh, by the way, you have a rabbit.
I do.
Can you show us your rabbit?
Here we go.
Look at that rabbit. His eyes are popping out of his head.
Hopping around,
Oh,
munching
my-
on his carrot.
Well, now
Just fresh
how-
from the carrot patch.
And how long did it take you to make this rabbit?
Well, the first time that I do anything, it's a lot of figuring out how to make it because there's some distortion in the ears.
How do you do that?
It's a balloon stuffed inside another balloon. So it will keep this shape. And then there's...
Is that difficult to do? To do the ears?
well, once you
Balloon
get...
inside of a balloon?
It depends. Well, once you get used to it, it's fine. But the first time I did it, I had a tough time trying to manipulate it. And the legs are attached directly to the balloon as well. It's not by glue or tape
No,
or
I
anything.
see.
It's actually tied in.
And his
yeah.
paws?
And his paws is
He's
two-tone.
holding some-
Yeah.
Oh, those are the inside of the paws.
Yes.
Just like a rabbit's paw.
Yeah, his hind
Skin.
legs and then little
Well,
paws
that's
up
right,
front.
Those are his legs.
Yeah.
I've got to remember rabbits do have legs. And then those
Oh,
are
yeah, they
his.
hop. Boop, 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 boop.
I mean, that's the child in us, everybody out there. We just, it's
Yeah.
so much fun.
So
and
the-
children love it.
Yes. So to answer your question, it took me about 2.5 hours to make it. But if I was to make it again now that I figured out everything,
Right.
it'd probably be less than an hour.
Now, do you have jobs for Easter Sunday coming up?
Amazingly not, I'm available.
Yeah. I mean, call Korene. She can do all kinds of bunny rabbits because they do reproduce,
They're
They're
a lot.
supposed to, yeah. So you've got to keep that going. that whatever it is. And the inside of the eyes, how did you do? There's little balloons and bigger
Yes, there's
balloons.
a little black balloon here and another balloon, a bigger round balloon here. And then there's to create the eyelash, I have another skinny balloon right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because so you can buy them. So they're
Yes.
tiny. I mean, they sell all
Well,
shapes.
this is this size here,
Yes.
the skinny one, is what Larry uses to make his sculptures.
Ah.
They're called 260s. It's 2 inches wide, since 60 inches long, fully inflated.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have a pump or anything to blow these? Oh, yeah, you'd have to blow them
Yeah,
up.
I don't do it by mouth.
Yeah, otherwise-
We are now COVID safe. We don't do anything. We shouldn't be doing it by mouth. So we use air compressors or hand pumps because we don't want to spread anything.
So what do you use? A hand pump?
Well, if necessary, that's my emergency hand pump. But I do have a compressor that I carry with me.
And when you go to children's parties, what do you find that everybody wants the most? Blow up the balloons or face painting or what?
They do love, well, every party's a little bit different. All the kids are always different. So I presented where I can do a combination party of balloons and face painting. And I let the kids choose as they come up to me, either balloons or face painting. I do have a list of ideas for the balloons and a visual menu for the kids to choose from.
All right, now, you know what? I don't want to lose time because we have to show a video of you being part of the project with thousands of balloon artists, right?
Hundreds, just
Hundreds.
not thousands.
Okay, hundreds from all over the world?
Yes.
Who built a Jack and the Beanstalk balloon house?
Yes,
right?
in Rochester, New York.
In Rochester, New York. All right, let's show that footage. It's fantastic. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. And all the artists got together and you worked together to create
Yes.
this
Yes.
lifelike, tall building, Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
And that was just for show? Just
No,
to
this
quickly
was a
demonstrate?
fundraiser to help the community. Larry Moss, as Larry had mentioned, that's his project right there, Balloon Manor, part of
it's
Balloon
amazing.
Manor.
It's incredible.
And when I first saw it, I knew I had to go out there and participate. And
it's
we built for
great.
4 days and then opened it to the public.
And you know what? We ran out of time almost, but you know what? We have some other footage. We'll probably say goodbye with this footage. You worked on a project that's raising money for children.
That's correct.
Who have terrible illnesses. And what is the name of the organization you raised the money
Give
for?
Kids the World Resort out in Orlando, Florida. They work in conjunction with organizations like Wish Foundation.
Okay, let's show the footage. This is great. Okay, we have time.
Now on how they're doing it using lots and lots of balloons, Crystal.
Justin, hundreds of thousands of balloons, and they're partnering with artists from across the world to help these kids and their families get some joy.
This is a big undertaking.
Building a life-size replica of Give Kids the World Village using only balloons.
If there's one balloon out of place, it messes up the entire design.
It's all part of the Balloon Wonderland fundraiser sponsored by Quailitex, benefiting Give Kids the World, a nonprofit with a whimsical Orlando resort offering free wish vacations for critically ill children and their families. Orlando balloon artist Patricia Mathis is part of the project, meeting some of the kids that will be walking through the display.
These kids are going through illnesses, sicknesses. Some of them won't make it to see Christmas. The kids actually wrote their wishes on stars that we're going to put inside the castle. And when you read some of those, it's just things that you wish kids didn't have to wish for.
More than 400 balloon artists from all over the world are coming together to bring the inflatable attractions to life.
This is really wonderful, and that's called Give Kids the World.
Correct.
And it's a resort.
It's a resort. Everything is provided for them. They can do whatever they want. They can have ice cream for breakfast or at midnight. They can ride any of the rides. It's some of the actual Disneyland engineers help to build some of these structures.
This is wonderful. I want to thank you. I mean, this is great. Everybody out there in TV land, you know much more about ballooning, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And I want to thank Korene and Larry. Thank you for coming on. And the bunny, of course. Yes, the Energizer Bunny is great. And I hope that all of you will tune in and see the show again on YouTube, because it will be uploaded to YouTube. So I don't know we got to say goodbye to everybody. And what can we say about ballooning?
It's amazing. It lifts your spirits.
So that's a wonderful thought, Larry.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's really fun.
And I've had a great time. I feel like the child in me is coming back. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Call me. You can be a guest.
Girl went back to Napoli because she missed the scenery, the native dances and the charming songs. But wait a minute, something's wrong.